I don't know what I want my little guy to look like. Like, do I want it to look like me? Do I want it to look like a version of my username? Like, what do I want it to be like some of my favorite things? Because I have several of those. Like, I could do, like, if I want it to look like me, like, how do I want it to look? Like, do I want it to be a chibi? Do I want it to be, I don't think, do I want it to be, I know I want it to be more simplified, because it's easier. Handle name is Spectral Stardust. Would be good to have something to do with that, but I don't really know how. Spectral Stardust. How do you draw a humanoid type character with stardust? Okay, it's either ghostly or like relating to a spectrum, like electromagnetic or light. Okay, so light and stardust. They go together, but like dust, the stardust, the dust part is what's kind of throwing me off. Because I can do stars and I might just do some pretty lighting stuff. By the way, like, I chose this username. I made this, like, when I first bought Minecraft. So it's my Minecraft username. It's literally my Minecraft username, like on Java. It's also gonna be my art username, other than on Magma. Well, it is my art. It's my display name on, well, Stardust is my display name. My @ is pumpkin cactus because I like pumpkins and cacti. Like, I've seen plenty of people like just plop like things on as like heads. Like that's a way to go. So like the star, like just as a head, like situation going on. Is that what I want to do? Drawing stars is low-key hard, honestly. Like, I don't know why I struggle with drawing stars so much. No, I just don't think I really understand. That could be an option, like just a star head thing going on. Even if I don't use this as my like persona thing, I do kind of like this guy. But I do like my little dude. He's cool. I think I'll keep him. He's not gonna be my thing, persona thing, but Starhead dude he's cool, but I don't think that's quite in the right direction that I'm like what I want to do. Temperature was set to 72, and as I turned it down, turned it up to 73 to make it go off, it went down to being 71 degrees in here. You think during the spring it wouldn't be too hot at 72 degrees in the house. But no, I'm cold. Why am I cold at 72 degrees? Doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. But as soon as it hits 74, it's hot. I don't. That makes no sense at all. Like, what? Alright. I'm gonna try to be a YouTuber. Yeah. Been trying to do this for years. I just didn't know what I wanted to do. Tried Minecraft, clearly. Not really clearly, but I did just delete 5 episodes worth of Minecraft content that I recorded And I don't have that world anymore, so I can't really use that, so it's whatever. It's not like I had voiceover on it. I don't think I did. I hope I didn't, cause dang. Whoops. But I've been trying to do this for years. Considered being an art YouTuber is what I'm going back to, cause I forgot that I have a freaking drawing tablet. And then I can just connect to my laptop, record off my laptop, and it's just yay! And I know how to use OBS for the most part. And I got Audacity, which I know how to use for the most part. Kind of used it in college a little bit, community college. So like, I kind of know how to use it a bit. I was a theater major in community college. I have an associate's in theater, working on a bachelor's in horticulture now, which is like, I want to open myself a little florist shop up. But, anyway, I was a theater major, so I've dabbled, it's a lovely word, I've messed around, don't like that, I dabbled in, several different types of programs because of theater, and I don't remember what class that was in, but we had to do, oh wait, no, I do remember, in stagecraft, which was one of my classes, really liked that class. We did several projects that kind of revolved around audio, and one of the projects we used this program, and we had to do, we had to make a visual scene through audio, but we had to find like different recordings of audio and like clip them together and like edit them to get the feeling we were going for, and that's why I have a little background knowledge in audio stuff, which is great. And then also we did some stuff when it came to recording too. We made a little like short video type thing for Stagecraft 2, where we took the video that we made, and in class we'd have the like edited video up on the screen, and we were practicing what's it called? I can't remember what it's called. I'm so bad at names sometimes. But essentially it's theater and movies use this. Movies use it a lot. It's like the sound. You use like normal objects to get a certain sound. Say like in a movie, like horror movies, for instance, somebody's neck snaps. You're not actually snapping someone's neck to get that sound. They find something else to like use to mimic that sound, and they do it in theater too, but it's usually live audio, like backstage stuff. I remember for one of the shows we did, we used this. One of our actors hit a wall, like we were supposed to like bang on the wall, and we had one of our I was one of the backstage people, but one of our other backstage people would drop a piece of plywood for that audio cue, like during that sound, so that it would be loud, and so our actor didn't break the set, even though he kind of did leave a dent in the set still, but we used that to mimic the sound and make it louder. But we were doing like this quote-unquote test was on this. We made our own recording, and then we gathered a bunch of like items to make our sounds with, like to add sound to the recording. Like the recording was completely silent, and we had to live do our own sound, like right then. And my friend, this was where the neck snapping thing came from. She did like a short like horror, like a lot of people like really leaned into the horror thing because it was just more fun to do. this project, but she had a neck snap in hers. Her little sister helped her with it. But she took a piece, like a certain piece of paper, not a certain piece of paper, she took a piece of paper and she moved it just right, and it sounded like bones cracking. It was so cool. It was like, and the way she did it on cue, it was great. I was so nervous for this project. I was like, while I was recording, I was fiddling around so much, and I cut so much of my recording. It was, and then during the actual day, when I was doing the noises and stuff, I was like so jittery, grabbing things and holding it up to the microphone and making sure I was doing it at the right time. It was so scary. It was terrifying. But mine was also like a little short, kind of, not really, mine wasn't as horror, it was more so like what you would see like in a build-up situation to horror. Like I'm sitting down and I'm doing like a normal thing, what you'd see. And then like I hear a noise, and then I ignore it, hear another noise, ignore it, and then, no, because the way I just heard a noise. Okay. But I ignore it, and then I have a lamp that was like right beside me, and it was the only light I had on, so I took the little spinny thing on it that turns it on and off, and I just kind of flickered it like under the table that way to where they couldn't see my hand actually doing it in the video. And then I'd ignore that after, like I'd acknowledge it and then ignore it, and then it'd flicker again and there'd be a loud thump, and then it turned off, and that was the end of my video. Very basic, but I was terrified. So scared for absolutely no reason for this. It went fine. I passed. She just wanted us to kind of have one of my directors, just wanted us to kind of get the feel of it and to just kind of mess with it a little bit, dabble. But because of that, I have a little experience in videoing and editing, which is so weird. But also I've grown up watching YouTube for forever, so I kind of got a little idea of it through that too, because I kind of knew how to do all the video stuff going into college, like going into those classes, which was very helpful. If I was just thrown into there not knowing any of that, I would have been so confused. All of us seem to have some sort of background and kind of knowing what to do with that stuff, which was kind of crazy. But we were theater kids, so we are a little weird. But it was a great time. I miss those classes. Those were fun. Miss those people too. I need to go. Ooh, April's coming up. We got a show going on in April. I just graduated from there last year, and I went with my friend and her little sister, and we went and watched their last play. It wasn't a musical, it was a play. This one that's coming up is a musical. I'm so ready to see a musical. I feel like I haven't watched a musical in forever, and I'm kind of sad about it. The last musical I did watch was also with my friend and her little sister. We went and watched She Loves Me, and I had never watched She Loves Me, and before that happened, my friend always put on the song Ice Cream, and like Vanilla Ice Cream, and I for the longest time just despised that song because it irritated the absolute crap out of me. And then we went and watched it, and I seen the context behind it. I seen the actor after the song. It was so funny. She had actual ice cream on the stage, and after the lights went down, the blue lights and stuff were still up, so I'm used to seeing with the blue lights up. Mostly. I can't see very well in the dark, but I could see enough to see her happily bouncing on the bed, and then she took a spoonful of ice cream and fed it to one of the tech people rolling the bed away for the scene change. It was so cute. So now I don't hate the song. It was so goofy, and because I didn't have the context behind it, it was a little too goofy for me. Especially with that friend playing it in her car. Like, it does not fit her at all. So it was so weird. I don't really hate it anymore, actually. Like, I don't mind it. I used to, I swear, anytime it would come on the car, I would, like, huff, because it was irritating. We had, well, they weren't in college while I was there, but they were people who also went through the theater program, so they were around a lot, and we had the girl, she came, I'm trying not to say names, but she came and she did like several dance classes with us, which was really fun. And her husband actually played the two main characters in She Loves Me when my friend went and seen it for the first time. They played it at the college that I went to, and my friend went and watched them in it. That was the first time she watched it. I watched it later, and I got to see their kid in it. Their kid was in his first little production on stage as a little ensemble member. It was so cute. It was so cute. And she was also one of the ensemble members, and I don't think her husband was in it, but it was so fun to watch. It was so cute, I swear. But the way that scene before intermission completely threw me off was insane. I was not expecting that to happen at all. Like, spoilers to anybody who wants to watch She Loves Me or hasn't, but like, I'm just sitting there, you know, just happy, giddy, just like, oh, this is cute. Like, they hate each other, but they really love each other, and they don't know. Aw, how cute. They're gonna find out eventually. So I'm just gonna sit here and watch it happen. And then all of a sudden, one of the characters just finds out that his wife's been cheating on him with one of his employees, and then he just goes, you know, and you just hear silence, and I'm like, oh, okay. And like, another employee was like hiding out and he wanted to go check on him or whatever, and you just hear silence, and I'm like, oh, okay, maybe he's like gonna like jump off a balcony to unalive himself because he's so depressed. No, all of a sudden I just hear a loud freaking gunshot out of nowhere, and I was so in shock. My freaking jaw dropped to the floor because I wasn't expecting a gunshot. I literally jumped. I jumped because I thought that there always had to be a gunshot warning at the beginning of shows. No. There doesn't have to be a gunshot warning at the beginning of shows. If it went to intermission, I turned and looked at my friend in horror. I was like, why didn't you warn me? And she looked at me and she was like, I forgot. I was like, what do you forgot? How do you forget that? That was horrifying. Not really horrifying, but like, oh, like the poor, ow. Like, for anybody who isn't gonna watch it, he didn't die. He did not die. He missed. Because the dude scared him when he went in there and was like, no! But I didn't know that until like later on. Like, were you back? This was the worst part. We get back from intermission and they start up and they don't mention the dude at all. They just go to a restaurant scene of where the lady is supposed to meet the guy, like not knowing who he is, but supposed to meet him there, and then we just have freaking dance break. Like, just people dancing around, like, all happy and stuff, and like, woo, fun. after, like, before that, you literally just had a dude trying to kill himself. Like, what the? I know that's a normal thing for people to do in theater, but it was so... Oh, I was not prepared for that. I thought this was gonna be like a happy little, like, not harsh enemy to lovers, but low-key enemy to lovers type situation. And I thought it was gonna be, like, very chill. I wasn't expecting, like, anything around death to be going on at all. And then, death. Not actually death, but, like, almost. Something else, I swear. I couldn't even. By the way, I kind of touched on this earlier. I am still in college. In a 4-year now. But I'm in my 3rd year because I did community college. So after I'm on spring break right now. But, like, once I finish this semester, I'm about to be a senior again for the 3rd time. This is crazy. It's great. Also I can feel I'm about to get into the industry, like florist industry, and actually start my career already, which is great. Just even in school to get that degree. Because having an associate's and a bachelor's, that's pretty cool. And a diploma, high school diploma. Yay!